Hello, this is Tennessee Logos, and I'm going to start this. I decided I'm going to end up painting this. I didn't like it. Like I said, I scratched it. I'm testing a stripper right there right now just to see how it's going to work. I just put it on. I'm going to probably use this wire brush right here to kind of go at it a little bit. I'm not going to do too hard. I'm going to do it a little soft because I don't want to scratch it, so I might not even use that. I'm going to wait and see what this stripper will do. And then I might just take some sandpaper and scuff it up and then see what it will do. This is a stripper I'm using right here. Now what paint I'm going to do or any of that, I don't know yet. Like I said, I couldn't get those cups out, but I got replacement cups that will fit that one. I got these cups out for the head, but the bottom cups, I got a tool coming that hopefully will aid and help me. I tried the screwdriver, but I don't want to really mess anything up if I need those cups. Like I said, I have a pair, but yeah. So I got this bike in pieces now. Yeah, so we'll see how it gets in looking. I think I might do a blue, but I really don't know yet because I'm kind of leaning towards like a white seat, but it could go green. I might go green. The reason I say blue is because I have all the wings like on my forks and all that, and I was thinking like an angel bike type thing, but with the white seat and do white, blue, and then the wings. But I think I'm just gonna end up doing it green with maybe some gold flake. Nah, I probably can't do gold flake because I already did the chrome. But I might do like a chrome flake or something. I don't know. We'll see. That's very optimistic right now. So I haven't painted a whole lot. I've done a few things, but not a whole lot. So I'm probably just gonna strip this down, get all the paint off. Then I'm gonna primer it probably white because I want it to pop as loud as it can. So you do a white primer and you'll get a definite brighter color. Versus if you do black, you'll get a darker color. Then you got your gray. So I do know a little bit about paint, just not a whole lot. Like if I start getting drips or something like that, how to correct it. I know you probably just gotta wait for it to dry, then sand it and redo it again, that piece. But I'm gonna try to be very careful with this. So this was my first technical rideable bike that had lowrider parts. So my first bike was that gold frame that I have. But I had that for 7 years, so and it wasn't done. So we'll get onto this and we'll see how the video goes. So TN Logo, have a nice day, or better yet. Hello, this is TN Logos again. We'll keep going here. I got the top pretty much stripped. I'm working on the bottom now. So it's been 2 days now. This is the second time I put stripper on it. And you can see how it's peeling. It will just come right off. And these are what I use. And I use this to scratch it up a little bit before I put the stripper on. And then that's the stripper I used. I got it at Lowe's for like $15 or $16. That one had the best review. So yeah, and then I'm using that to scrape it off. But yeah, it's coming along. I'll kind of show you how easy it comes off once you let it sit for 24 hours after you spray it the first time. So the top, I set it for 24 hours and it peeled like that. Then I scraped it all off and then cleaned up as much as I could underneath. And then I flipped it again and sprayed it again and left another 24 hours. And this is what this kind of looks like. It peels right off. You can, yep. So that's kind of what you want to do there. You can see how easy that peels off. So time is what you want on this. You want to just sit there and let it peel. So we'll keep getting this clean, and I got some degreaser, and I kind of picked out a paint, but we'll see if it works. And I got to get a primer first, so it's going to be a little wet. I'm not rushing this. I just want to clean it. Obviously, 2 days just to strip it. So and it might be a third, depending on. I'm not trying to work hard on this. I'm trying to work smarter. So I'm letting the stripper do its job, and we'll continue on. Alright, here we go again, and I got most of it off, all the blue, except for in there, but I'll probably maybe leave that or get it out. I might get it out just to put a coat of primer in there and that'll be it. But that's all that's left on this is the primer, so we're going to have to do one more night probably, just to get all the white primer off. It's like a cloth almost, so it's kind of hard to get. I could probably take like maybe a steel wool or something to get it all off, but that's just going to take too long for me, so I'm going to go ahead and hit it again with that with the stripper, and then just Hopefully it'll get the rest of that off. I got this little kiddie pool here. It's pouring raining outside, so sometimes you just gotta, that's what I've been doing to clean my rims and clean all this, so I can do it inside late at night and stuff like that, so I don't have to go out. But that's a cool thing to have. It was like $7 or $8 at the dollar store. It's not a lot. Then I can just dump it outside or dump it wherever when I'm done. But yeah, all the nasty chemicals are in this box, and then the box is just gonna get thrown and burned. But yeah, that's yeah, I'm gonna end up putting it back in that box and spraying it again. But I did have to use a degreaser to get all the gunk off, like, nicely, and then wash it in there with just some Joy soap and some water. I got like a little pitcher of water here. I was just kind of dumping it with that sponge and then washing it, and then I did the degreaser. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do the stripper again, and then we'll keep going from there. All right, here we go. All right, here was the last coat that I put on it of the stripper, so it's at work, and we'll let it keep going. And FYI, I know this chemical says it's non-toxic fumes, but just go ahead and wear a mask anyways to protect yourself, because the fumes, especially in an enclosed place, it's kicking up in the air. And these are what I use. You can get them wherever, you know. But yeah, it might not be the correct, but it's some help. And just make sure you use some kind of mask when you strip. You know, use this or spray paint or any of that clear coat. Save your lungs, trust me. So we'll keep letting that go, and we'll let it go there. So let's continue on. Alright, here we go. I finally got the rest of that white stuff off, and basically I just let it sit overnight again with the stripper on there, and then it just kind of wiped off really easy, really nice. I just used some rags, like these ones are just paper like rags, to wipe it off, and then I threw the remainders of the rags in that trash can. I'm still working on it because I want to do a few more things. I decided I'm going to clear this center piece out, and then I'm just going to primer it. So I got to put some more stripper on that. That might just take a few hours to get that out, like with the stripper where it will sit on there. And then I'm going to want to clean up the frame a little bit. What I mean by clean up the frame is some of these welds have overspray, or over whatever it is, over, I don't know what you want to call it, but they're like, I'm trying to get close pictures where it will kind of show an example where it won't be too, okay, you can see there's a little right there, those little dots, one right here in the back. It won't take a lot to clean it up. I know it's being a little over, there's a little bit of them in here, and then if you flip the frame, let's see, I'm trying to think here where they were at. I've seen a few more that were quite a bit. Up in here, you can see, yeah, right in there. Trying to get to where you can really see. There's a lot of little burrs and stuff that are in this center beam or pole or whatever you want to call it, support. So I want to clean those up and clean this up, and then any of the other little imperfections like that I want to clean up. This was a cheaper bike, so I understand that that stuff's going to be like that. And then there's these big burrs in here, which I don't know if I'm going to take them out or not, because I really need to keep the most weld as I can on this bike, because I'm a bigger guy, so I want to keep it thick. So yeah, so we're getting it on. Let's scoot it back a little bit so you can see the whole picture here. Yeah, that's what it's kind of looking like. So it's looking good. The stripper worked, did its job. It took, I'm going to explain a little bit more now, that the process is almost done. Pretty much I did one day, 24 hours, sprayed the first one, but before I sprayed it, I ran over it with the wire brush, you know, and just kind of scuffed it all up, got all the good stuff off, you know, kind of made it to where the stuff could penetrate easier. So then I did that, and then sprayed the stuff on there, waited 24 hours. I put it in a box, put it in a container, put it in somewhere if you're going to do it in the house. And then it peeled, which you've seen the pictures, and then I did it again. Then I had to flip it upside down and do the bottom, because the way the stuff drips, it kind of sits, you want it to sit on top wherever it's on. That way it eats at it more. So you're going to have to flip it and do it again. Another 24 hours. You scratch it all up again, spray it, let it sit, scrape it with the scraper, and then you'll keep going. So we're going to continue this. I'm just going to clean up some of the burrs. And what else was I going to do? The bottom piece, I got to spray that. And then that'll be it. And then I'll have to head out for some primer and then figure that out, and then yeah, so we'll keep going. I got one more splice I'm probably gonna put in here, and that'll be just me showing the clean burrs and the tools that I'm gonna use. I just got a grinder, like a little hand grinder. I'm just gonna kind of try to grind those out and then sand them out a little bit if I scratch it up too much. And then that'll pretty much it. Forgive me for the rain in the cars. I got the garage door open. It's pouring raining. It's about 60 something degrees and it feels really good, so I wanted it open. So I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll continue on. Alright, this is Tennessee Lolos again, and here's the frame now. I've gotten a lot of it cleaned up. I used this wire brush I got at AutoZone. I got like a 4 or 5. I got a multi-pack. It's pretty cheap, so go check them out. They're 10 bucks, and they come in a multi-pack. Let me see if I can find that multi-pack for you real quick before I, that way you guys will kind of know what it looks like. Here's the multi-pack that I got. And I mean, that's pretty good for 10 bucks, because if you go to Lowe's or anything like that, these little things, especially for the Dremel tools, are a lot of money. Like, you'll pay 15 to 20 bucks for one of these pieces. But that fits on a normal drill, or if you have an air tool, you can also use that. So yeah, so I'm cleaning it up. I got a lot of the welds cleaned up, but some of them are just not going to get cleaned up. Maybe I can take a file in there or something and get it a little better than what it is right now. You can still see it got burrs in there. But I basically just cleaned up the frame where there was black lines that were running down the frame. I don't know if they were from like the machining process or what, but I cleaned up a lot of the black lines that were right here. You can actually still see one right there. I'm going to have to get. See how it's got a black line? I got to clean that up because I'm doing something to this. And there's also ones in the inside. So I'm not completely done. I kind of stopped before I got too into it to where you guys didn't realize what I did. So yeah. The reason I'm doing this is you'll find out in part 2 why I got to clean it all up like this. I'm actually going to polish this, and there's a reason why. But it's still going to get painted. Alright, so this is the end. You'll have to wait for part 2. That's when, after we get the frame more prepped and more polished, and I'll continue on with that, and I'll show how much polishing I'm doing to it and all that, and then we might get into what I'm going to paint it. Alright, well, y'all have a good night, a good day, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. Alright, well, this is Tennessee Lolos. I hope everybody has a good evening, good night, good afternoon, good weekend, whatever day it is. And just hang in there and keep riding.